on the page number.
So look, sweetie.
It's on. I know it now. I remember. It is on the page of.
So we look at the title and we see Kit's hats. And then we follow the dotted line all the way across to page 23. So we are going to open our book. Oops, I got it on the wrong one. We're going to flip our book to page 23. Here we go. And when we get to page 23, we see our title again. Let's talk about our title. Who remembers what we call, and I'm going to get up and show it to you. What do we call this thing? What do we call that? Let's see. Estelle?
I think we call it an apostrophe.
You're exactly right, Estelle. It's called an apostrophe. An apostrophe is what you put at the end of a person's name when you're adding an S. So if I said this is Russell's pencil, I would need to put an apostrophe after his name because it's his pencil. It's showing possession. So this says Kit's hats. Whose hats are they? They're Kit's. So we put an apostrophe at the end of her name and add the S. Excellent job, friends. All right, I want to call on a friend to read this sentence for me. Read the first page. Who can do that? Nicole, go ahead and read this first page for me.
Kit.
It has the I.
Has hat.
Kit has hats. What did the author want us to notice in this sentence? They put it in bold, big black letter. Raise your hand. What did the author want us to notice? What did he want us to notice? Smriti, what did he want us to notice? Smriti? You're not sure? Okay. That's okay. We'll call on a friend to help you out. What do you think the author wanted us to notice? Unmute your mic.
Maybe that.
Let's look at it. So this letter S is slightly darker than the other letter S. Why do you think he did that? Why do you think the author made it slightly darker? What rule did we learn?
Maybe he was just,
So let's read it. Kit has hats. What sound did you hear at the end of has? What sound did you hear?
Z.
Yes, but is that the letter Z or is that the letter S?
S.
It's the letter S. So sometimes the letter S makes the Z sound at the end of a word, and he wanted us to notice that in this word, so he put it in bold. Very good, friends. Kit has hats. All right, let's move to the next page. Who would like to read this page for me? Who can read this page? Smriti, you want to read it? Were you having technical difficulties?
I wasn't able to unmute, so I had to leave and
come back.
Join again, and that is a big hat.
Okay, Kit has big hats. You're right. Very good. Kit has big hats. Excellent. Let's look at the next page. Who would like to read this page for us? Who would like to read this page? Okay, I want to call in a friend. Haven't been calling on. Grant. Let's read this page together. Grant. Let's do it. It. What's that word? Grant, are you there? Let's call on Ryan. Ryan, read this page for me.
Kit has flat hats.
Very good. Kit has flat hats. Very good. All right. Who can read this page? This is our last page in the story. Russell, go ahead and read this page for me. Kit has fun hats. Great job. That does look like a fun hat. So, what we need to remember is what the author is helping us learn is we know the apostrophe. So when we're writing a sentence at home, friends, when we're writing a story, and I want to say, I played with Arwie's ball. I played with Arwie's ball, period. I would write my sentence. I begin with a capital I played with Arwie's. I would write her name and I would put an apostrophe and then my S. I played with Arwie's ball. Because whose ball is it? It's Arwie's ball. The second thing we've learned is the word has. That used to be a tricky word for friends. Has. But it's not tricky for us anymore because now we know that sometimes S at the end of the word makes the Z sound. So it's no longer a tricky word. It's not tricky at all. We know we can read it with the Z sound at the end if it doesn't sound quite right. So when we're sounding out the word and we're writing the word, we can remember has is not spelt Z. We know it's not spelt that way. Now we know the tricky rule, and we know that has can be S when we write. Excellent job, my friends. You did a fantastic job this morning. Now, today is my last day of parent conferences where I get to brag about you all. So, this morning, once again for math, you're going to go on to Clever, and you're going to go to Great Minds, and you're going to click on the check mark and do your math lesson this morning. And we will not have small group due to conferences, but tomorrow everything goes back to normal. Miss Cates will be finished with her conferences and everything will go back to normal. So I am so proud of you. You guys have done a great job. I will see you back in person at 12:45, and we're gonna do a really fun lesson. We're gonna do kind of a silly story and compare it to another story that we read last week. Okay, friends, I will see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss.